to me, that brought me back to what deer camp used to feel like to me. Like I had that exact same feeling then, you know. It was like what I remember deer camp being when I was a kid, and that was and we keep talking about this. I'm telling you, me and Jamie will vouch for it, is that we got more out of this hunt.
You said attitudes. I mean, it was pretty cold one morning. It rained one morning. I never heard one single hunter complain about, and heck, I'll complain because it's too cold or too wet. And them guys were, I mean, it wasn't nearby as easy for them to go get in the stand as it is me. And I never heard anybody complain about anything.
Right. No, everybody's just thrilled to be there, thrilled to get the chance to hunt. And yeah, it never fails. We've been rained on every year. I don't think we've had a hunt that it hasn't rained. And Mississippi weather, you know, it was started out cold the first morning, Friday morning. Got up in the 60s by Saturday. Of course, it rained on us, and then it dropped back down cold again. So you never know what to expect. But those guys, they're going out. Doesn't matter the conditions. So
what I got the biggest kick out of was it was Friday night. Most of them had all come back from the evening hunt, you know, and deer were killed Friday. Friday evening was a pretty good hunt, I would think.
Yeah, I think we got 12 or 13
Friday,
and it was just like, from an outsider, it was just like I would be too, you know, like all the guys that had killed something, and like they all huddled around, and boy, they were talking their hunts up, boy, and I was getting tickled, and they had some stories now. It was good, you know, and that's, to me, that brought me back to what deer camp used to feel like to me. Like I had that exact same feeling then, you know. It was like what I remember deer camp being when I was a kid, and that was. And we keep talking about this. I'm telling you, me and Jamie will vouch for it, is that we got more out of this hunt than they did.
Hands down, I did.
I know I did. And, I mean, all I done is show up and cook. You know, that's about as far as my helping went this year, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. And that was another thing is, you know, maybe you can touch base on this too as far as the volunteer stuff. It's not just physically volunteering your time. I mean, people donated side-by-sides. There was a lot of the stuff that, you know, far as food, because I mean, y'all feed them 2 or 3 meals a day.
Three meals a day plus daytime snacks.
Yeah, unlimited snacks.
And they eat,
they eat very well. Everybody eats very well. If you go home hungry, it's your own fault.
I was worried because I fixed enough jambalaya that should have done about 120 people. And Jamie's like, "You sure this gonna be enough?" I was like, "Man, this is gonna be plenty." And about 30 minutes into serving, I walked in and looked, and I was like, "Holy smokes!"
Yeah,
like,
plenty.
These folks have done put away some groceries.
Yeah, plenty didn't look like so much then.
But hey, it worked out. As far as I know, y'all had leftovers next day, didn't you?
Yeah,
it was very little. Yeah,
yeah. But like you said, and I just want to touch on this point, is it is a lot like deer camp. I mean, we've got a big fire pit there. All the guys huddle around the fire pits at night, and you want to talk about tall tales. The deer that they saw that they didn't bring, you know, get a shot at or bring into camp, they grew, you know, and every time they tell the story, it gets a little bit bigger. So
no, it was, and now that's not a fire pit. No, I don't know what you call that. That is not a fire pit.
That's
to give you an idea. Do you know the dimensions on it? I would. Let me see if I can guess. I would say 6 by 16, 6 by 12.
That's it. No, 6 by 16.
It is huge.
It is huge.
It's like a flat griddle for firewood.
Yeah.
And it does not matter, rain or shine, snow or sleet. That fire does not go out. It stays burning the whole time.
That's the number one rule at camp. The fire can't go out. And like I said, it always rains. So when it rains, they pile the wood on and they keep that fire going through.
Y'all had more wood stacked up by that fire pit than I burned my entire winter at my house in my fireplace.
You'd be surprised how little is left right now after the first weekend, and we still got one weekend to go. So